You know how they told us the presidency wasn't a business venture? Yeah, apparently the dumpy White House heard that and said, cute, anyway, add to cart. Because according to the New York Times editorial board tally, as reported in coverage of their estimate, Dumpy and his family pulled in at least $1.4 billion in the last 12 months. At least. And that number is considered an underestimate because a chunk of the money is still hidden from public view. So let's translate this into normal person language. While you're comparing egg prices like it's a competitive sport, they're turning the presidency into a rooftop casino where the House always wins. The reported money pile includes overseas licensing, overseas real estate projects, and then the big one, crypto. And the crypto part is where it gets extra spicy because it's not just they own crypto. It's the conflict of interest fog machine. The Financial Times has reported Dumpy family linked crypto ventures generating over $1 billion in pre-tax earnings since the 2024 election, with foreign money and political influence concerns circling the whole operation. Now remember, what makes crypto perfect for this kind of grift? It can be murky, cross-border, and when money comes in through certain routes, the public can't always see who's paying. That's not me speculating. That's the point critics keep raising. Who benefits, who pays, and what policy decisions line up right after. Exhibit A, the stablecoin law. Reuters reported that Dumpy signed the Genius Act into law on July 18, 2025, creating a federal framework for stablecoins. And Dumpy publicly framed this as making the U.S. the crypto capital. So while the administration is handing the crypto industry its big policy win, critics are also asking, how do you regulate an industry you're financially entangled with? Exhibit B, the UAE Binance connection. Reuters reported that a Dumpy-linked venture stablecoin USD1 was used for a $2 billion investment tied to Binance via an Abu Dhabi-backed firm. That's massive. And it's not just journalists saying, A U.S. Senate Banking Committee minority release called for investigation into the extent of the Dumpy family and senior administration officials cashing in on foreign crypto deals, including references to that UAE-backed deal and ties around it. I'm not telling you what anyone's intent is in their soul. I'm telling you what the structure is. Money streams plus policy streams equals conflict alarms. There's the Melania documentary money. Multiple outlets reported Amazon paying $40 million for the licensing deal for a Melania Dumpy documentary while she's in the White House orbit. Let me put that in one sentence. Other presidents cash in after office. This is cashing in during the show. And I need everyone to remember the hypocrisy file folder. They screamed for years about Hunter Biden's board seat and paintings, but now we're talking about numbers so big, they need their own zip code. That's why this matters, even if somebody says, yeah, but all politicians get rich. Because as one summary of the Times points put it, it becomes impossible to know how often decisions are made partly or entirely to get richer. That's the rot. That's the problem. If you can't separate the Oval Office from the storefront, you don't have leadership. You have a checkout counter with a nuclear code accessory. So here's what I want. Real oversight, real hearings, real disclosure. And if Congress won't do the job, then the public has to force the issue. If you're tired of being told affordability is a hoax while the people in power turn the White House into a cash machine, hit like, subscribe, and share this everywhere. Because if they get away with this, they'll franchise it. This isn't politics. This is the price tag they stapled onto your democracy.